Well, we've lost our tread from here in the kitchen. It's past Mum and Dad shuffle, and when they shuffle, they kick it, and it doesn't stick.
Yeah, that and the fact it might not have been fixed down properly anyway.
Wasn't. So I've taken it off, and I've just used the chisel lightly to get it all the adhesive off. I mean, look at that. All the rubbish. There's still a lot to go there.
Glue.
Yeah, it's just all the glue that's being used. So I'm using the chisel the opposite way up so it doesn't dig in as much.
It might be worthwhile having a look to see if we've got some panel pins.
Yeah, to pin it in as well.
On the
going to get a new one from B&Q.
yeah, on the parquet floor inside.
Yeah, going to get a new one this morning from B&Q. We can cut it down and do what we need to do with it to make it fit. But this is what we call in the trade bagged.
It's what?
It's bagged.
Bagged.
Bagged. It's broken.
Ah, there we go.
So yeah, so I'm just getting all the bits of adhesive off. If I use the chisel that way, it's going to dig into the floor. If I use it that way, it can't because it's pushing up.
Yes.
That's what my woodwork teacher told me anyway.
Yeah.
See how that's coming off?
Yeah. Well, they are new chisels as well, so they are fairly sharp.
They are very sharp.
Lovely. So we'll let you know what it looks like when it's been replaced.
So the heater's on again. It's winter, what do you expect? I'm going to leave it on though, because I don't think it's loud enough. It's not obscuring what I'm actually saying, so, or I hope not. Anyway, I've recorded a little bit and then played it back, and it's just like a hum in the background. So let me know in the comments below if it is too much, or, you know, I'll see what I can do in post-production, in post-edit, or whatever, as they say. I talked a couple of weeks ago about putting together a VIP club on the website where I can do exclusive club member only live streams, and where I can put member only posts and that kind of thing, and I've done it. It's there. I have made it live, and even though I haven't announced it or told anybody about it, 2 people have already signed up. So thank you to you two. One in the States and one in the UK. You know who you are. I'm not mentioning any names, but thank you. It's greatly appreciated, and I do. I'm humbled by the faith that you have in me, that you actually sign up to a subscription service like that, and you don't know what you're going to be getting just yet. So thank you so much for doing that. So it's just on the menu bar on the website, and I'll try and do one of those kind of screen video things. I don't know that I can do it, but a screen capture, just showing you where it is on the website. And if you're interested in joining that, because it will be going fully live in January, so I will be building and adding stuff and scheduling live streams and that kind of thing throughout December. And I'm hoping to do at least one live stream to the club once I get everything set up and I've added a few more bits and pieces, because there's nothing worse than joining something and then going to like the main focal point and finding there's nothing there. So I want to get a few bits and pieces in there for you to at least have a look at and play with and to watch and that kind of stuff before it fully goes live in 2026. So yeah, there is a couple of bits there already, like I said, but it's not supposed to go live yet. But like I said, I'm really, really thankful and grateful to those of you that have found it already and have joined. So thanks for that. Welcome to an empty room. So it's a Friday morning, and we've pretty much emptied the room as much as possible, because today we're having a carpet laid, aren't we? Hey, nice fluffy carpet for you to walk and lay on. Yes. So hopefully the carpet fitter is scheduled to arrive at around about 9:45 this morning, and I shouldn't imagine it's going to take him that long to put the carpet, the underlay and all that kind of stuff down, the gripper rods on the edges, all that kind of thing. So by lunchtime we'll have a brand new carpet in here. Fantastic.
I'm hoping that we don't have to take those out of the room. If we do, we do. But hopefully if we can do one half of the room first and then move them back over again, like over to that side for them to do the other side of the room, then fingers crossed. But if we have to move them out, then we have to. It's just that they're heavy, very heavy. And there are two, remember. And so the carpet is down. And it feels all snuggly and lovely under your feet. Very nice indeed. Just waiting for the curtains now, which is the next step. So it looks as though we're going to have to change our plans for what we want to do in the bedroom. Currently we have two sets of fitted wardrobes with sliding doors and mirrors. And the plan was, when we have the bedroom redecorated and remodelled, we're having wooden panelling like we have in the lounge on the bed head wall, so behind the bed across the back, and where the built-in wardrobes are at the moment, to have those taken out and new ones put in with matching panelling on the doors, but instead of having sliding doors, having doors that open. This morning when I went into my wardrobe to get something out of it, I noticed there was something like shining on the wall, and I put my hand on it and it was wet. It was cold and it was wet. And I looked at, there was some old pillows that we're not using at the moment, and one of them was resting against the wall, and I just lifted it off the wall, and it was damp, and there was just little spots of little black mold on the pillows, and I thought, oh no. But it's just condensation, because that corner of the bedroom is literally the corner of the house. That side, or the other side of the wall, is between the houses, between us and next door, if you like, and then the other side, the other corner, is facing the garden. So it's literally got cold whipping around the edges all the time. So it's cold on one side and warm on the other. And when the wardrobe doors have been closed, obviously it's been getting hot and cold, and water's been condensing. I did check all the way down, and it was only kind of like wet-ish in one area. So I quickly got a cloth and wiped it down, and moved and opened the door to the wardrobe, and I just left it I left it open. I left it open for a good couple of hours, and then went back and kept checking it, and it's not come back. So it's literally just an air circulation thing. It's just a warm air circulation thing. So I think what we're going to have to do, instead of having the panelling in the doors, have some kind of open louver doors, or maybe fretwork panelling like we have on the radiator covers in the living room. And I think that will probably solve the problem. Either that, or try and get some kind of heating. We need to get the airflow in there. And there's not that many clothes in there, really. I only use half of the wardrobe, so it's it's one of those things. You have to change your plans on the fly when you're learning to live in a new house. And that's exactly what we're doing at the moment. We're learning to live in this house. And we don't know all its eccentricities and its little foibles. Because, it does have them, just like any house does. So, part of this whole YouTube not doing what it's supposed to be doing thing that we've been talking about over the past few months, or past few weeks really, so not wanting to have all of my eggs in one basket, so to speak, decided that I'm going to look at different revenue streams.
So as well as the mixed media art and all that kind of thing, I'm also going to design and create a few bits and pieces that Ian can sell when he goes out to his steampunk shows around the country. And the ones that I go to, obviously I'll help him, you know, man his stand and talk to customers and all that kind of thing. And one of the things that Ian sells, which I thought I could jump on the bandwagon, so to speak. Let me just turn that heater down. Or, just for the time being, off while I'm talking to you guys. One of the things I thought I could do was maybe design and produce some of my own pin badges, like Ian does with his. He buys enamel pin badges of all shapes and sizes and funniness and themed, proper licensed ones for, you know, like Doctor Who and Star Wars and that kind of stuff. But I thought I would create some of my own, because the laser cutter we have also is capable of engraving. So, and we have got some material, silver material, gold material and copper material. But also you can buy coloured material that also you can engrave, that's got like a white background or a black background. So it can be, for example, faced white, but when you engrave it, it's black underneath. And gold and black, silver and black, copper and black. But you can also buy like blue, that's got a white back, or red, that's got a white back. So the possibilities for creating small pin badges, unique pin badges that I've designed myself, possibly is a way of generating some extra revenue to take up what YouTube have taken away, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I'm going to do one in a minute. I'm going to create a badge in a moment, and I'm going to use, it's a Doctor Who symbol. It's the seal of Rassilon. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you'll recognise it when you see it. But I'm just going to do a test now, and I'll show you what it looks like when I've done it. And I'm going to engrave it black out of white. So it'll be a white badge with black engraving. But I'll show you when it's done. So there we go. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you'll recognise the seal. And that is engraved quite nicely. I'm happy with that. So this week's been a pretty strange one. It's been a very tiring and emotional week this week. Ian and I have had some serious issues with mum and dad this week. Cognitive issues, I suppose you could call them. We've been going through filling out all the legal paperwork for selling the house over in Barnsley, mum and dad's house, which is my house as well. I own the house with mum and dad. And we were filling out all the legal paperwork for the solicitors, for the lawyers. And I asked Ian to sit with me to help me go through the paperwork, because obviously Dad, having had a stroke, doesn't understand the paperwork, and Mum Mum wouldn't understand it anyway. But while that was happening, Dad had a real nasty attack on Ian. Not physical, but a verbal attack on Ian, saying, "What are you doing looking at that paperwork? What are you doing? You know, what's it got to do with you? You know, And obviously Dad not understanding that Ian is my legal partner, and the fact that legally what's mine is his and vice versa, Dad didn't understand why Ian had the right to help me look and go through the paperwork, which is quite challenging paperwork at the best of times. But it was the way he said it and the way he attacked Ian verbally. And then a lot more came out from that conversation about mine and Ian's relationship and our marriage, and the fact that he didn't feel that it was real. Obviously that really upset Ian, because Ian had always considered himself part of the family, and Dad basically told him he wasn't. So that really did upset Ian. And there was a lot of heated exchanges and a lot of conversations, so much so that I gave them the option of moving out and going back home to Penistone if they wanted to. And obviously they considered that seriously for a while. And then obviously we discussed the reasons why they moved in with us in the first place, about the fact that they could no longer look after themselves, and if they did move back, you know, how difficult it would be for them to manage. So yeah, it's been a very difficult and a very trying week. Since that happened, obviously the house still feels quite tense. I find it very difficult even just to look at Dad. And I know Ian just is being very polite and very civil. He stopped calling him Dad, he's now calling him Brian. So it's not nice at the moment, not nice at all. So it's Wednesday afternoon and we're out in the car, and we're off doing some Christmas shopping. So we're going through to the neighbouring town, which is Gainsborough. I nearly forgot the word then, I nearly said Gainsborough, which is up in the northeast, miles away. Anyway, we're going to Gainsborough to do, like I said, a little bit of Christmas shopping. So trying to get into the festive spirit a little.
I'm here as well.
Oh, and Ian's driving because I'm not. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.